And that's the reason we decided to take it up at that time. And we were validated only after 10 years. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your wonderful presentation. It was quite informative. Next, I would like to invite Thiru A. Raja, the former Union Minister, to share his experience and explain the facts about 2G to the audience. Sir, the floor is yours. Sir, you're on mute. Raja, sir.
Sharing?
Yeah, no, it's...
No. Instead of narrating now, better I think that I can go for all questionnaires and answer it will be comprehensive, no?
So, should we then go with Mr. Sanjay Nirupam next? Or how is it? How do you want to make it?
No, I have to answer now. Say, beautiful presentation was done by Paneer. You tell your views. Any questionnaires from the viewers or from you, I can answer now. That's all. That will be good.
But then
should I go ahead, sir, with the question?
Yeah.
Please.
So compared to what Paneer sir said, I would also like to confirm with him. At the same time, I take a different view. I say that spectrum is a public good, right? For like water, like air, for a developing country. In fact, Larry Page, CEO of Google, in 2015 meeting in World Economic Forum said, for developing countries and underdeveloped countries, he was actually talking about Africa, the spectrum should be given at a low cost and with maximum competition, so that he thought then the pricing will go down. For example, from 2006 to 2009, the pricing drastically reduced. But he comes, CAG Vinod Roy, and then he calculates a figure like how Paneer sir said, and says it's a loss of exchequer. How can you calculate exchequer for public good? Because when more people have telephone, then it's going to improve the economy. So somehow I feel, did we fail to communicate this to the people? No, my question was, did we fail to communicate this to the people then?
No. See, running a ministry within the policy framework cannot be disclosed at any point of the all time to the people unless and until it is having public utility and usage. So spectrum was allotted by me in accordance with the policy and the framework. Only productivity after 2 years, 3 years, I can meet the press, I can meet the people that because of me, this telecity has happened. But before that, I was arrested. I simply discharged my duty in accordance with the law. For that, immediately I was arrested. Licenses were cancelled. But the productivity and tangible results were coming only after my result. There was no need for me. There was no compulsion, or I was not in the position to go to the people to make it. Even once it is arrested, then the trial starts. As long as the trial is pending, I should not speak to the public. That is the order of the Supreme Court. Even Telecom Minister Kapil Sibal was not permitted to explain to the press. You may be aware, by the Supreme Court, by two judges, Ganguly and Sinha.
So then how do we prevent such things from happening in the future? Because in India, the judiciary takes time to release a case, and media immediately starts running cases without their own trial, without any evidence. And this might again happen in the future. So as a lawyer, what do you think we could do to prevent such things from happening?
No, as far as press is concerned, some press trust of India must come with a code of conduct. What has to be, what should be done, or do's and don'ts can be devised. But so far as CAG is concerned, I must share with you the all presentation that was done by Paneer was known to CAG because a draft report was sent to the ministry. Initially, I presumed that CAG was not able to understand the issue. He gave all the points. Cut-off date is wrong. First come policy is wrong. Spectrum should have been auctioned. Dilution of share is wrong. All these things he put it. First time it came, by reading the file, mere perusal may not give the correct conception over the issues. I believe that send the reply. the major evidence for me in favor of me in the trial court is, which was not looked by the Supreme Court, is paravary remarks for the draft audit report was given by Vinod Rai and the team was repelled by not by me, my secretary and officers and technical people. Each and every line, what said in the presentation, it was all there in the, everything was, all these things were there in the reply. In spite of the reply, that reply was not at all taken into consideration, it was not at all entertained. Even he did not say, you see the CAG report, final report, we send the draft, report came, that report says, reply came, the reply is not sustainable under law, or report is not correct. That was not ruled out. Totally, my report was, ministry reply was completely suppressed and put into doubt. He gave the same report, even with more figures. That is the problem. That is why in my book I said, Vinod Rai is not a fool. He's a learned man. He knows the things. Being not only IAS officer, he served in many capacities. He's an intelligent fellow. The only thing is, I came to see, I am permitted to read the conclusion in my book. It is my conviction consequent to the whole experience of the trial that there was a political motivation to kill EPA2, and the Rai was the shoulder on which the gun was placed. It is indeed sad that in spite of having so many intelligent agencies, the eminent legal minds at the disposal, the UPA government could not sense this and only tried to use as a shield, but were still unable to escape the bullets. So it is a political plot. Somebody was behind Vinod Rai. Vinod Rai, as an officer, he should not have given this report. So there's design, because the reason is my opponent means because of the distribution of spectrum, the existing operators, Airtel, Aircel, Vodafone, Idea, they formed a society in the name of Cellular Operator Association of India, COI. I'm not telling it is a cartel. They themselves form a company under the Company Registration Act in order to share the towers. So COI, Cellular Operator Association of India, they became my enemy. Enemy means they did not want to introduce new, they did not like that new licenses that are going to be inducted. So they went to first TDSAT, tribunal, they filed, I got the order. Then they went to High Court, failed, I got the order. Then they approached the PMO. PM sent a letter. Then I replied it and explained it. Then they went to Law Minister. Then they went to Finance Minister. Spectrum should have been action this and that. Everywhere I cleared everything. So all the attempts that were made by the COI miserably failed. So that the ultimate aim is, since they are not able to succeed, they went to a new route in the name of CAG. So CAG as a constitutional body, everybody believes that it is a constitutional body. The unbiased report must be there. So everybody believed the credentials of the report as it is correct. So it was a stealthy route, very secrecy stealthy route must have been taken by the cartel forces through political route, including colluded with BJP or somebody else. That happened, which was not censored by the Congress government. So it's a complete political plot. In the name of CAG, in the name of constitutional audits.
One small query. Sir, you said somebody is behind Mr. Vinod Rai. It's been more than a decade now. So
yes, must say PAC headed by Manoj Joshi.
Murali Manoj Joshi.
Murali Manoj Joshi. Public Accounts Committee was headed by Joshi. Joshi was not able to pluck out anything. He was not able to do anything. Then they referred to JPC. So later JPC, but they failed everywhere. PAC, court, tribunal, and High Court, and so they believe that which can be believed by and large by the people and the court. When the constitutional authority gave a categorical report where I was not permitted to repel it, either in the parliament or outside, I was not at all. Clear ban was on me. No, we should not talk. What can I do? I was not able to explain the parliament. I was not able to explain the press. So completely, they did everything in a programmed manner with a complete ultimate motive and conspiracy, for which Vinod Rai was used as a shield. That has to be investigated. I'm waiting for a government change of government. Once the government change, I wanted to have an inquiry commission. Then it will come. The truth will come.
Thank you, sir. There are lots of people waiting in the queue to
please.
But I think before that, we can request Mr. Sanjay Nirubam to make his comments first. maybe for
Yes, I will be very happy to make my opening remarks.
yes. Thank you, sir.
Can I start now?
Yes, sir. Please.
First of all, my vanakkam to all Dravidian friends, particularly Mr. Raja. To Mr. Raja, I'm very happy that I'm very grateful that you all have invited me to this Zoom talk. See, the basic fundamental point is there was a telecom policy which was formulated in 1994. It was basically for the fixed telephone services, because at that time there was no mobile services in India. In 1999, a new telecom policy was formulated when Mr. Vajpayee was the Prime Minister of our country. That means the BJP was heading the central government. The thrust of that policy was that the spectrum should not be traded. The government should not be in the business of trading of spectrums. The spectrum should be provided at the lowest price to the service providers or the mobile operators. Why? Behind that, there was the philosophy or the policy framework or a concept of the government that we have to provide mobile services to each and every person in India. We have to increase our teledensity in tremendous, and that was the perfect concept. That was the perfect policy making of that government. And that is why what happened almost 10-15 years back in our country, the teledensity was somewhere between 20 to 30%. By the time our government was basically the went away, the Modi came, at that time teledensity increased by almost 60%. And today, by July 2021, the generally overall teledensity in our country is 88.51%. Out of that, the rural teledensity is 141.62%. That means everybody has got mobile service. Everybody has got the access to the cellular service. That was the fundamental concept. That was the fundamental driving intention of that policy. And that is how our government, under the leadership of Telecom Minister Mr. A. Raja, was going ahead as far as the spectrum allocation is concerned. A spectrum allocation policy was part of 99 new telecom policy. What Mr. Vinod Rai did? Mr. Vinod Rai actually went beyond his brief. His job is to audit the expenditure of the government departments. His job is not to presume the losses and the profits on the basis of presumptive policy issues. He is not to audit the policy of the government. What he did, he tried to audit the policy of the government, and that is why he was into a process of challenging the existing policy, and that went basically against the whole thing. Vinod Rai played in the hand of opposition leader. I am blaming it. Vinod Rai, as a CAG, which is a constitutional body in our country, he did a misconduct as the IS officer, as the constitutional body did. So Mr. Vinod Rai presented a very false report, a very rigged report, a report which is basically untrue, and you can say it was a forged report. And for that purpose, for that crime, for that offense, what I would like to submit before this committee or before this panel, that Mr. Vinod Rai, he should not be left scot-free. He is thinking that now he's retired and the government is changed and that there is a new regime in Delhi. That's why whatever he wanted to do, he did. And he can go ahead in his life. No, that's wrong. Somebody should come forward and should try to punish him, should try to should try to go to the various platforms, whether it is judicial platform or any other platform, to make him realize that he has done something wrong, something big, because a wrong thing. What I did, when he came out with his own book, in that book he mentioned that 3 Congress MPs had approached him while he was preparing that UG. And he blamed that all 3 MPs, they approached him and requested him to remove Dr. Manmohan Singh's name, the then Prime Minister of our country, from that proposed report or the report which was being drafted by the CAG. That was completely wrong. We never approached him for anybody else, because CAG, you have rightly said, the CAG is a constitutional body, and everybody take it as a face value. If whatever CAG is saying is going to be correct. So we didn't want to interfere in the whole procedure. And that is why I made it a point that, Mr. Rai, you are speaking a very untrue thing, and you are speaking a lie, and you should withdraw your statement against me. He never listened to me. And then I went to the court, and court finally, when the hearing started, he realized that he has spoken lie about me, and he withdrew his comment and apologized. He tendered his apology, and I'm very happy for that. But here the case is that the whole thing should not be stopped here. Mr. Vinod Rai had connived with the opposition parties, being an IS officer, being a head of the constitutional body, and for that purpose, for that reason, he must be booked. Somebody from your side, somebody from DMK side, somebody from Mr. A. Raja's family or his worker must go to the court to initiate a case against him. Because Mr. Vinod Rai, what he did, he basically destabilized a government which was elected legitimately. He destabilized a government which was run by UPA under the leadership of Congress party. Mr. Vinod Rai has defamed not only DMK, but he has defamed Congress party also. Mr. Vinod Rai's report, due to Mr. Vinod Rai's report, Mr. A. Raja and so many other politicians and the officers, they are sent to jail. And finally, Mr. O.P. Saini, who was the special court judge appointed by Supreme Court at the behest of CBI, Mr. Saini, Honorable Judge Saini, is saying that the whole charge sheet was a choreographed charge sheet. When he was delivering his final judgment, he said that for last 7 years, I'm here sitting in my courtroom. I'm asking CBI to produce some proof, some evidence against all the accused. But the prosecution failed to prove any case against the accused. That means whatever Mr. Rai said was false. That means whatever action, whatever punishment, and whatever arrest or jail, whatever punishment was given to Mr. Raja or anybody, that should be compensated. And who is going to compensate it? Without punishing Vinod Rai, it is not possible. It is not going to be compensated. So all I want to say that the case should not be stopped here. I think this is the beginning. This is the opening. We have to start. We have started from here. I would request the DMK group, the DMK party, and all of you that please don't stop here. Please just go ahead against Mr. Vinod Rai and make a strong case against him, because he has lost the case in the court of judge, in the court of O.P. Saini, Justice O.P. Saini. He has lost the case in my case, and it is now almost proved that that guy was speaking a lie sitting on the constitutional bench, sitting on the constitutional chair. And if that person can lie about me, he had lied on so many things. So the CAG report was not not very pure report. That report was full of lies, and for that purpose, Mr. Vinod Rai must be punished, and you all should be ready to fight against these guys. That's all I would like to say. I have to attend a couple of wedding ceremony today, so I will if you all allow me, then I would like to take leave in 5-10 minutes. Thank you very much for inviting me on your Zoom conference. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for such a wonderful speech. certainly we believe Mr. Raja will take it forward in prosecuting Vinod Rai. If you don't mind, I will try whether anybody want to ask questions to you.
Please.
Yeah. First, I would like to ask Mr. Saravanan from London, Leeds, to Saravanan.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Raja sir. It's a pleasure talking to you. I want to question you regarding something which you have not spoken in public much. So we all know the political impact, political price that UPA paid because of this 2G case. But what I want to understand from you is the personal impact that you and your family went through. What you have a young daughter who's currently
Yes.
studying here in UK. She's studying law.
Yes.
How did this case impact your family, your daughter, your wife, and your extended family? Because one day they would have seen you as a hero sitting next to the Prime Minister of the country, and the next day they would have seen you in Tihar jail. How did they cope with this? What was the personal impact?
No,
Will you be able to talk to us about it?
the issue was started by Vinod Rai exactly 10 months prior to my arrest. So the tension starts, which was not known to the others, but my family members, I share everything with my wife is a lawyer. So I shared everything with her and my daughter. My daughter was too young that time, 8th standard or 9th standard. She doesn't know anything, but she knows that father is doing something good for nation, which was not understood, that's all. But for other, my brothers, sisters, including my leader, the great leader, Dr. Kalainar Karunanidhi, I explained everything, each and everything before taking decision, after taking decision. When some audit ball was fit into motion by the Vinod Rai, each and every move was discussed in the family and extended family, including friends, including my leader. So resignation, not a surprise, but I advised, and not for my sake, I pleaded with my leader. I am not worried about to quit the post. But the only thing is, if they are not understanding issues, it may lead to arrest, because the pressure is high in the parliament and high in press. But it was promised by the Congress leaders, including Prime Minister and Pranab Mukherjee and other leaders known to the leader. They gave no, nothing wrong. In fact, they never accused that your boy did wrong, Raja did wrong, government is at stake. They said nothing is wrong, let him go for the pressure. We will form a JPC or PAC, let him explain everything, then he will come back as a minister, don't worry. This is the assurance which was given to my leader. He believed it bluntly. But after that, Supreme Court has taken the entire issue. Why you are not arresting Raja? What is going this? See, Supreme Court, they became the investigator and adjudicator. That is the problem. See, CAG, as I correctly put it, CAG report is meant for PAC or Parliament to debate. And it can be discarded, or it can be admitted, or advice can be given to the ministry, your policy wrong, this and that. But the first time in the Anglo-Indian sex and jurisprudence in the Commonwealth country, an audit report, according to the Supreme Court, the CAG report must be the basis for the prosecution. You take evidence of CAG report. How CAG report can be taken to the criminal jurisprudence? See, that is a mistake done by the Supreme Court. I am accusing more than Vinod Rai, but the two judges were completely guilty in this case. How can you say that a CAG report can be a basis for the criminal prosecution, investigation? Can't be, but they did it. See, you may not believe. Openly shouted in the press, they did not take it. See, in one point of time, when the charge sheet was filed, a copy was given to the Supreme Court. No, we filed the charge sheet. Seeing the charge sheet, next day, the two judges commented, very commendable job CBI did it. We wanted to vet it. Then the Attorney General, KK Venugopal said, KK Venugopal, somebody else sometime, he said, Milord, you cannot vet the charge sheet. It is duty of the CBI and police. So, vetting the charge sheet is well within the domain of CBI. Not Supreme Court judges. Can you believe? Even first class magistrate sitting in the lowest above the judicial realm will not say like that. So two judges were completely carried away by the emotions created by the media. What can I do? That is the problem here. Not only Vinod Rai.
So
my family, see, I gave complete courage to the family. Don't worry, I will not file bail. This is a myth created by the press and the Supreme Court. In one point of time, Mr. Saravanan, I'm telling, I deposed myself. See, right from Warren Hastings up to Jayalalitha or Lalu Prasad Yadav, so many politicians were prosecuted and impeached in the parliament or outside. None of the accused, right from the Warren Hastings, none of the accused so far in the criminal case never opted to go to the box. I went to box. Even the High Court just said, I had 35 years experience in the judicial as a judicial officer. Mr. Raja, you must be very careful. You are entitled to put your argument and you cross the prosecution witness. Why you are coming to box? Any small admission made by you in the box, you will be killed. I said, Milad, I'm a trial court lawyer. Don't worry. I have to explain everything. My evidence has to coincide with the documents available before this court. Then he permitted. 14 days I was crossed by the senior advocate appointed by the Supreme Court for the CBI with the full team, 7 or 8 advocates. I explained everything beautifully. Ultimately, it was relied by the judge. So, what I wanted to say, Mr. Saravanan, right from day one, I cleared in the mind, all the minds in the family and the political leader that I did them no wrong. I will come back. This is all misconception created by the Western Indian people. One day I will come back with full strength. Similarly, I came in the same thing. I came in. So family cooperated with me ultimately.
Thank you, sir.
So next one would be Mr. Rama Sugandhan. Please introduce yourself and ask the question.
Sir, I'm Rama Sugandhan, Vice President of Tamil Nadu Congress Committee. This question is for Mr. A. Raja. I just want to ask him, since a special court has said that there is no charges against Mr. Raja, why don't we ask for that particular CAG report to be removed or withdrawn from the public?
No, there is no provision in the parliamentary system. That is the problem. Report is report. It has to be rejected. It ought to have been rejected by the parliament. If it is rejected in the parliament, it is okay. But ultimately, it went to Supreme Court and Supreme Court monitored the case. So report is, you can say the report is right or wrong. The report cannot be drawn as per the...
and what is the remedy? Because Mr. Vinod Rai has created a personal loss to you.
Brother, this is the problem in law. See, constitutional posts, Supreme Court judges, High Court judges, even President of India and the governors, these posts were created under the presumption of English law that king can do no wrong. These people are covered full immunity under the concept of king can do no wrong. But king does wrong. What is the remedy? It is not in the law. That is the problem.
But
CAG is such a post.
Yeah, but in future, such things should not be repeated, no?
That we can do. That we have to discuss in the parliament. Any misuse of constitutional post supposed to be entitled for the immunity.
They should withdraw that immunity to them.
Yes. That some solution must be there. I do agree with you.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Next one to go would be Dr. Yalini.
Good evening, sir. So, question, sir. So the first one is like the Tamil Nadu has already faced a huge loss because of it. So how do we face the disinformation in this case? Especially this case, it being a gold standard case of how a motivated government officials, they can create a huge consequence. And the second one being, can there be checks and balances for the CAG to not checks and balances for the CAG to, especially with that being a holy cow, as you had said right now.
That is why I explained. Just I explained. Constitution gave you full protection and immunity for certain posts under the concept of king can do no wrong. You are exactly correct. Hereafter, after the 2G, some political and administrative solution must be devised within the constitution itself. That such a immune person doing wrong, what can be done? That is a question mark before us. That question mark must be given some affirmative answer in the course of time when we were coming back to power.
Thank you, sir.
So next one would be Mr. Hari. Please introduce yourself and ask the question. Mr. Hari.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Please.
Sir, Tamil la pesalama?
Tamil la kekkalam. No problem.
சார் இந்த கேஸால உங்களால நிறைய இம்பாக்ட் ஃபேஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கோம் நம்ம, பொலிட்டிக்கலியும் சரி பர்சனலும் சரி. நீங்க பெரிய இம்பாக்ட் எதை ஃபீல் பண்றீங்க?
பெரிய
இம்பாக்ட் எதை ஃபீல் பண்றீங்கன்னு கேக்குறேன்.
புரியல. பாசிட்டிவ் இம்பாக்டா நெகட்டிவ் இம்பாக்டா?
போத் பாசிட்டிவ் நெகட்டிவ்.
நோ நான் வந்து ட்ரையல் நடந்துட்டு இருக்கும் போதே கோர்ட்ல பர்மிஷன் வாங்கிட்டு ஒரே ஒரு இன்டர்வியூ மட்டும் கொடுத்தேன். அதாவது ஏன் கொடுத்தேன்னா, இந்தியா லீகல்னு ஒரு பத்திரிகை இருக்கு. அந்த பத்திரிகையை வந்து ஒன்லி சுப்ரீம் கோர்ட் ஜட்ஜஸ், ஹைகோர்ட் ஜட்ஜஸ் படிக்கிறாங்க. அப்புறம் சில சீனியர் லாயர்ஸ் மட்டும் வாங்குறாங்க. அது ஒரு ஃபேமஸான பத்திரிகை, இந்தியா லீகல் நினைக்கிறது. அதுல வந்து ஒன் டே 2G வில் பி மை ஸ்ட்ரென்த் அப்படின்னு கொடுத்தது ட்ரையல் நடக்கும் போதே. அதுக்கு ஒரு பர்மிஷன் வாங்கியிருந்தேன். அதே மாதிரி டிவி பேர் மறந்து போச்சு, ஒரு டிவி இன்டர்வியூ ஒன்று கொடுத்துருந்தேன். ஆப்கி அதாலத்னு ஒரு டிவில நடத்துவாங்க, ஃபேமஸ் டிவி, இந்தியா டிவி நினைக்கிறேன். அந்த டிவில
சொல்லுங்க கேக்குறேன்.
அந்த டிவில ஒரு 1 hour பேட்டி கொடுத்துருந்தேன். அதுல இதே மாதிரி பாக்ஸ்ல உட்கார வச்சு தான் இன்டர்வியூ பண்ணுவாங்க. யாரு வேணாலும் கேள்வி கேட்கலாம். ட்ரையல் நடந்துகிட்டு இருக்கும்போது என்ன கேள்வி கேட்டாங்க, இன்க்ளூடிங் லாயர்ஸ். ஒரு பெரிய செட் ஆஃப் லாயர்ஸ், லேர்னர் பீப்புள் வந்திருந்தாங்க. அந்த அந்த ப்ரோக்ராமே அதான், விஐபிஸ் உட்கார வச்சு அவங்க பேர்ல இருக்க அலிகேஷன் என்ன செய்ய போன்னு கேட்கறது தான். அந்த குரூசியல் டைம்ல நார்த் இந்தியாவில் அவங்களை பத்தி தெரியல, அதனால நீங்க ஒரு பேட்டி கொடுங்கன்னு அட்வைஸ் பண்ணாங்க. அவங்க சைனிட்ட பர்மிஷன் வாங்கி அதில் அட்டன் பண்ணிருக்கேன். என்ன இருக்கு, நீங்க ஆப்கி அதாலத் ஏ ராஜான்னு போட்டீங்கன்னா கம்ப்ளீட்டா இட் இஸ் கோர்ட் சிங், பராசக்தி மாதிரி என்ன உட்கார வச்சு கேள்வி கேட்டுட்டு இருப்பாங்க, நான் பதில் சொல்லிட்டு இருப்பேன். ஸோ அதெல்லாம் நான் கம்ப்ளீட்டா எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணிருக்கேன். அந்த மாதிரி நான் வந்து இந்த முடிவு வருகிற போதே நான் எனக்கு வந்து ஏஜ் என் சைட்ல இருக்கு. நான் எனக்கு வந்து 46 45 வயசோ, சுகர் இல்ல பிபி இல்ல, கிண்டலா சொன்னேன். எனக்கு சுகர் இல்ல பிபி இல்ல, ஏஜ் என் சைடு இருக்கு. ஹேப்பன் டு பி லாயர், எனக்கு பயமே கிடையாது. எனக்கு இன்ச் பை இன்ச் ஒவ்வொரு ஃபைல் என்னன்னு தெரியும். ஐ வில் எக்ஸ்பிளைன் எவ்ரிதிங். இப்ப என்ன யாரும் பர்மிட் பண்ணல, நேச்சுரல் டிசிஷன் கிடைக்கல. ஐ திங்க் தட் சைனி வில் கிவ் இட் கோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் டைம். அவரும் அப்படிதான் முதல் ஒரு 6 மாசம் அப்படியே என்ன ஒரு பெரிய கொள்ளக்கார மாதிரி தான் பார்த்தாரு. என்ன எல்லாத்துக்கும் பெயில் ரிஜெக்ட் பண்ணாரு. அப்புறம் கோர்ஸ் ஆஃப் டைம் போக 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 என்னோட கிராஸ் எக்ஸாமினேஷன், என்னோட பர்சனல் அப்பியரன்ஸ், நானே எல்லா விட்னஸையும் பல விட்னஸை நானே கிராஸ் பண்ணியிருக்கேன். அதெல்லாம் ஒரு முடிவுக்கு வந்துட்டு என்ன சொல்ல போனா, நீங்க ட்ரையலோட எண்ட்ல பல தடவை ப்ராசிக்யூஷன் பார்த்து கேள்வி கேட்டிருக்காரு. நீங்க வந்து பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் அறிவுரையை மீறி விட்டார், பிரைம் மினிஸ்டர் அட்வைஸ் ஹஸ் பீன் இக்னோர்டுங்கிறீங்க சார்ஜ் ஷீட்ல. சிதம்பரம் ஃபைனான்ஸ் மினிஸ்டர் அட்வைஸ் ஹஸ் பீன் இக்னோர்டுங்கிறீங்க, லா மினிஸ்டர் அட்வைஸ் ஹஸ் பீன் இக்னோர்டுங்கிறீங்க. இதெல்லாம் உங்க சார்ஜ்ல வருது, இதெல்லாம் பிரீச் ஆஃப் ட்ரஸ்ட்ங்கிறீங்க. ஹி எக்ஸ்பிளைன்ட் எவ்ரிதிங், எந்த தேதியில என்னென்ன பேசலாம், ஏன் லெட்டர் கேட்டு சொல்லியிருக்காரு. ஓப்பனா சொன்னார், until unless you are bringing Mr. Manmohan Singh, Chidambaram or Bharadwaj to this court box and repel the evidence of the Raja, this court can't do anything to. So ப்ராசிக்யூட்டருக்கே தெரியும் இந்த கேஸ் தப்பா தான் போயிட்டு இருக்குன்னு. அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு பெரிய ஷாக்கே கிடையாது, அதிர்ச்சியே கிடையாது. அக்யூட்டருக்கு அதிர்ச்சியே கிடையாது, மீடியாவுக்கும் உலகத்துக்கு தான் அதிர்ச்சியா இருந்தது.
சார் இன்னொரு கொஸ்டின் கேட்கலாமா?